Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie. This is a series of Frugal Thoughts. And first and foremost, I want to thank all my new subscribers who were very, very nice and kind and made lots of positive and nice comments for my last video. It is very heartwarming. I have to be honest with you, I never really asked people to subscribe. I probably should more often. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but I tend not to do it. So I'm going to start doing that. Please subscribe if you are new to this channel. Thank you so much. That was it. I'm going to do a video today. One of the things that I'm frequently said, people constantly say to me, like, oh, Leslie, you know the deals. You have the in, and I don't. I just do it. I learn how to do it as you go along. It is never too late to start being a frugal person. I think my last video showed that, because it was about if you start doing one thing for yourself, whether it's doing your own lawn work or your own painting a room or whatever it is, that's going to save you money that in the long time is going to really add up. I did a video about that as well, another thing that I learned in the Tightwad Gazette, which is that if you save, and I'm going to do it today, if you save $100 by not paying someone to paint a room, I don't know how much it costs to paint a room, but to paint a room, and you do that once a year for 20 years, that saved you $2,000, which starts to really add up, and you're using that money for other things. Anyway, I wanted to do this video is a little different today, and because people always say, oh, Leslie, you know what you're doing, and I'm like, no, it isn't. I'm just going to share with you some of the things that I did today. It's about lunchtime. It's a Wednesday. It's just a very typical day for me. I work remotely right there. I'm on the other side of the table. And these are just things that I do every day that have added up to great savings. If you look at them individually, it's not going to seem like a big deal. But if you consider, and I did some of the math in some things, you're going to really start to see a difference. Okay, the first thing I do every day, I come down and I turn on the tea water. And I use decaffeinated tea bags, and that adds into the equation later. I use 2 of these Bubba mugs, Bubba kegs. I want to say they're 32 ounces. I actually got 2 of these at the Goodwill bins. And so what I do is I only use 1 tea bag. I pour the hot water into this one, and I go da-da-da-da. Then I pour the hot water into the other one, and I go da-da-da-da-da. It's still over there. I'm using it. And I let it sit there and steep for 45 minutes. This does keep things hot, but then when I do add a little bit of cream into my tea, which is, I then pour it throughout the day into a mug, this mug, which I reheat. So I use 1 tea bag a day. You're thinking, okay, not really a big deal, but I did the math. Because I use decaffeinated tea bags, which I'm glad I do, and I'm willing to pay up for that, it saves me 9 cents a day by using only 1 tea bag. I save 9 cents a day, which over the course of a year is $29.02. And over the course of 30 years, I don't know, I guess that's what I did, 30 times. Yeah, that would make sense. I saved $876 by only using 1 tea bag. Again, $876 is a lot of money, like, for just using 1 tea bag. People say to me, oh, how can you do that? Like, isn't it? No. If you pour it in really hot and it steeps. I would rather be able to drink a cup of tea throughout the day. This is what I drink throughout the day. It's worth it to me. Okay, so after I had my tea bag, then I worked for a little bit, and then I walked to the gym. I belong to a gym that is 4/10 of a mile away. I will walk to the gym under almost any circumstances, including in really bad rainstorms. I will not walk if there's ice and snow, which around here is typically only 2 or 3 days. So what I did a year where you actually cannot walk, and in fact last Friday it was snowing and I still walked. It has to be dangerous. I don't mind a lovely snowfall. Okay, so I walked to the gym and I showered there. So first of all, by walking to the gym instead of driving, my car, this is all in today's dollars, Walking to the gym is really good for you, and I haven't ever thought about the calories I've burned over the years, but let's say I've lived in this house for 30 years. To make a long story short, over the course of 30 years, at 0.8 of a mile back and forth, it saves me 16 cents every time I go back and forth. If I do that 360, I figured 360 days a year, because I do really go to the gym almost every single day, with the exception if I'm away. I think I did it with 350. If I'm away, whatever, I made it 350. That saves me $59.31 a year, and that has turned into $10,950 a year saved in gas money by walking to the gym. I also shower there, and I did not do the mathematics of that, but I shower and I wash my hair there, and I use their body lotion their body wash, whatever, and then I use their blow dryer. So that is additional savings. So that's another thing I've done. So when I came back, the other thing I did, another frugal thing, is this product, which I have actually done a video about this product. I think this is the second one I've ever had. It costs $11.99. It's called L'Oreal Magic Root Cover Up. I do not get money for saying this, but this stuff, you can see what it does. You literally just spray it into your hairline when you are starting, the roots are starting to come out, and it extends your coloring. I am doing my coloring by myself now, so it's just a hassle to have to color your own hair. Or to color your hair at all, period, because you have to let it sit there, and I actually do that at the gym. I sit there and I put it on and I read something while I'm waiting the 30 minutes, and then I come back out, whatever. My best friend told me that I can't go gray until I have a grandchild. I do not have a grandchild, and no one is coming anytime soon. So I use this spray. This is, I think, only the second jar I've ever had, so it is really like a penny every time I use it, but it really extends the length of my hair, which again is a frugal thing to do. When I got back, I had to go back to work, but then I also had packed up and put the labels on 2 boxes of Thread Up clothing that I sent out. They were partner kits. If you're not familiar with Thread Up, it's THREDUP, and that is a company that is like a consignment store. I do not use the regular, I do the partner kits. The partner kits you choose, and they have a list of all the partner kits. It's Athleta, Madewell, Gap, it begins with a B, Banana Republic, some really nice ones, Christy Dawn, I never heard of it, MM LaFleur, like some really, really nice places that have, and you send in your old clothing. These are things that I did not want, and I did not even want to bother taking to Plato's Closet or Buffalo Exchange, which we have around us outside of Philadelphia. My husband went the other day and got $26 from Buffalo Exchange after he dropped off my daughter. Just quick, easy money. But these were things that I didn't even want to be bothered with. I just really would have normally have donated these clothing, and I look into it. I packed these up, and I am probably going to get some money back in 8 to 10 weeks in the form of credit. So that was also a little frugal thing I did. I didn't just donate my clothes. I have a way of making some money off of them. I also, at some point, realized that I wanted to use up this. I had, that's what this is. I had, over the holidays, I had made some chili, and there was about this much left that's in my freezer. It was in my freezer. I took it out, and I said, you know what? We're going to defrost this. I don't know what this size is, but we're going to defrost this. And I had some extra potatoes. We're going to make baked potatoes. My daughter will probably not use this, do this, but my husband and I will put this chili on the baked potatoes, and that will be our dinner. I oftentimes put some extra vegetables on the side for me, and on my daughter. My daughter will have applesauce or something like that. So, but I defrosted it. That is a frugal thing. This is a very tempting amount to just say, oh, okay, that's not really a whole lot, and just throw it out. I had invested in a whole bunch of these Pyrex at an extraordinarily cheap price right before the holidays. So now I have lots of Pyrex, and I did something about their lids. I am set. So I put this in, and I put this in my freezer. That is another frugal thing. What else did I do? Oh, I also want to point out that I wrote my notes on this to old paper that had other things written on the back. So that was a frugal thing I did. I am wearing thrift store clothing. That's another frugal thing I did. Everything you see here is obviously from a thrift store. I guess, yeah, including these glasses, which I got a while ago. These are really nice glasses. I can't tell if they're blue light glasses or not. My daughter will be able to tell. But they're from, I picked these up at the Goodwill bins based on the current pricing at the Goodwill bins. These are readers, just readers. These cost me 8 cents. So I know I don't need 2 pairs on my head. But anyway, my point is another frugal thing I did. And I'm going to do a video about shopping at thrift stores. But another frugal thing I did, I didn't pay, I see them at Target, or I looked them up on Target or Amazon. You can buy like a 4-pack for $19.99, which would make them $6.50. Based on the current pricing, these were 9 cents. That is a big savings. You don't care if you lose your glasses when you pay only 9 cents on them. And the other thing I do, which is, I do this every day. I go downstairs and I get from our dehumidifier. I have a basement, and it's been raining a ton, and it had been raining a ton, and it was snowing basically on and off for a week. I started running the dehumidifier, and I go downstairs and I get the dehumidifier, and I bring a big, like, open container, and I scoop out the water that has been accumulated from the air, and I use it to water my plants inside. And I did a video about this. Those plants were brought inside. Normally, in the old days, prior to, I'd say I got smart about 10 years ago, my annuals, I started bringing them inside and trying to keep them alive. And so far, they're absolutely beautiful. I think last year, some of them didn't make it because I wasn't watering them enough. But this time, I'm using the water from the downstairs to water the plants upstairs. And that has worked. That is another frugal thing I did. And then the last thing I do is that I clean throughout my day. As I said, I do not have a cleaning lady, but every time I walk into the bathroom, I kind of spiff it up. Every time I walk through my living room or my dining room, I kind of spiff it up, kind of pick that thing up. Do I really need this? Let's get rid of that. Let's replace that. So I remember a friend of mine told me that every time she walks upstairs, she goes up with something, and every time she comes down, she comes down with something that she wants to get rid of or use or throw out. So anyway, those are some of the, it's only noon, and those are some of the frugal things I did today. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. Again, the point being that everything I do throughout my day, not everything, I mean, I do watch TV at times, but but even at night, sometimes I'm doing puzzles, which I've gotten at a thrift store, and then I resell them online, so I make money off of them. So anyway, I do a lot of things to save money. I do a lot of things to make money. That is what being a tightwad and being frugal is all about. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.